we're talking about the 7 and 8, the play-in tournament. The 7 and 8, 9 and 10 seeds. Who will come out on top? It's an interesting matchup. We got Heat and Hawks. We got Wolves, T-Wolves and Lakers. Bulls, Raptors, Thunder, Pelicans. It's going to be an interesting play-in tournament. So I want to know, who do you think will secure the 7 and 8 seeds to then make their trip to the NBA playoffs this season?
First, let me say, I think the play-in tournament is a brilliant idea. I really think it's a great idea. I think it takes some of the, it keeps more teams into the mix. 2 more teams in each conference are in the mix now than you didn't have before. And it puts more pressure on the 5 and 6 seeds to make sure they don't wind up in the play-in tournament. So I think it's done a lot for the competition in the NBA in terms of making the teams play harder, and it makes it less of an exhibition season as we go through the regular season and get to the playoffs. So I really like the play-in idea. I think it's a brilliant idea. It puts more teams into the mix, and it adds some to excitement, one and done situations, which I think really will step up the play of all these teams, right? So with that, I would say in the East, I like Miami over the Hawks. Okay, I think that Miami has the defense has been very good against the Hawks, particularly in the half-court set, and the Hawks are going to have to play very fast and then get back on defense quickly if they have any chance to beat Miami, because Miami's offense is ranked low, so they don't have the great three-point shooting. So if the Hawks can play fast and get back on defense and defend the three, I think they may have a chance, but I think Miami's going to beat them. And also, I think that the Hawks rely too much on Trae Young, and the Miami will be able to focus on him. And so I think Miami's going to win that game. Then I think Toronto is going to beat the Bulls. The Raptors won the season series 2-1. I think the Raptors, they have to find a way to control DeRozan and Levine and hold them to under 45 points, right? They each average over 24 points, so they got to keep them under 25 points. Siakam is the key for the Raptors. He's got to have a great game. He only played once in that series against them during the season, so maybe the Bulls don't have a good line on him and how to play him, because they didn't play him that much. And the spread is lowest amongst all of the play-in games. It's under 5. And in addition to Siakam, I think the Van Fleet, Trent, and Barnes, they need to play well for the Raptors to win as well, but I think they will. In the Western Conference, I like the Lakers to beat the Timberwolves. How did Gobert wind up getting suspended for this game?
He punched Kyle Anderson. He punched him.
How stupid is that?
Because Kyle Anderson told him to
suspended for the play-in game. It's only one game, Rudy.
Yeah,
it's only one game, and you're out. If you aren't even going to be able to play in it now. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I just have a question. Raptors, Hawks, who wins? Who gets the 8 seed? Did you say Raptors get the 8 seed?
The Raptors. Yeah, I said that. Gotcha. Yeah. I think the Lakers win only because Gobert isn't going to play. They have Towns back. He hasn't been back that long, right? He's a very good player. But I think that LeBron, they've got to win this game, right? And they got to get into the regular tournament,
right?
Because if they lose this game, it's really bad for LeBron.
Oh, it's going to be bad.
Really bad. And I don't think they will. I think they'll win. And then I think the Pelicans are going to beat the Thunder. The Pelicans won the regular season series, but all the games were by less than 5 points, so it's going to be close. The Thunder have 3 really good young players, Alexander, Giddey, and Williams, but they lack experience. And Pelicans have McCollum and Ingram. I think that they've got the experience factor. I think it'll be fun to watch Ingram versus Alexander. And I think that the Pelicans are going to win that game.
And then you go Pelicans, Wolves for the 8 seed. Who do you got?
Then I have the Pelicans beat the Timberwolves. And I have the Hawks beating Toronto.
Gotcha. The Hawks beating Toronto. So So the Hawks are your
I
8
think
seed.
the Hawks will get in, but I don't think they're going to beat Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got so your 7 seeds the Heat, 8 seeds the Hawks. That's for the East. Lakers 7 seed, 8 seeds the Pelicans.
Yeah.
I think that's actually what I got. No, I have something different than you.
Oh yeah.
I have something different. All right, so my 7 seed, I actually agree with you on both accounts. I got the Heat. For everything you said. Now the Heat do have one of the worst offenses in the league. They scored the fewest amount of points per game in the league. However, they play really, really good defense as well. You got Jimmy Butler there. You got Bam. You got Kyle Lowry hasn't played great, and I meant to do a topic on my Harvey Hour Fired Up about how they were hoping that they get all-star version of Kyle Lowry and haven't gotten that. But
and Tyler Hero has not been much of a hero this year, right?
Just like last year, he's been a big zero.
Yeah,
that's the big thing. But you also have people stepping up. Kevin Love has been a really, really good pickup for him. I mean, surprisingly, considering his age, he's been very, very good for them. Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin, both people, along with Victor Oladipo, that I think the Heat should have traded away because we were talking about during the summer that the Heat could trade for it was KD because the Heat were in the running for KD. You trade, I think I said Kyle Lowry and Gabe Vincent and a couple other players to try to get KD. That obviously didn't go through, but Gabe Vincent has stepped up this year. Maybe Kyle Lowry, we'll see. Who I don't know if he'll play well. I don't think he will.
I don't understand what happened to Miami. They gave the Celtics all they could handle in the conference championship last year. Now they're in the play-in tournament.
Maybe they peaked.
I don't know what happened to
Maybe
them.
they peaked. Who knows?
They have basically the same team.
Yeah.
Right? So did they have injuries during the season?
Yeah. I mean, they added. I mean, I think Kevin Love has been actually a pretty good pickup for him.
Yeah.
So in the West, I agree with you. I picked the Lakers.
No, wait. So in the East, you have Miami winning.
Miami's my 7th. Oh, I'll go down my East as well. So for my 8th seed, I got Toronto beating the Bulls. Toronto's 2-1 on the season versus the Bulls. Fred VanVleet has been in those games. He played 3 games against the Bulls. One of which he shot like 1 of 11 from. He didn't have a great game. The other 2 he put up high 20-point games. So which version of Fred VanVleet we'll get? I think we'll get the better version of him. They also got OG. They got Scotty Barnes.
But Siakam is the key.
I know. Siakam's obviously the key. But I think Fred VanVleet, we may see another crazy playoff performance from him where he drops 40 points. He's capable of having those. I'm sure Pascal Siakam will have a perfectly fine game. The Scotty Barnes, I think, is the big question mark. He had games where he scores mid-20s, 20 point, 20 point, 20 point, and then more recently, 8 points, 8 points, 8 points. It's the question of which version of Scotty Barnes will we get? I don't know. But I think if Siakam steps up and Fred VanVleet has a great series, or I guess a great game, handle the Bulls pretty easily. Yeah, I agree with you. Zach LaVine, you have to take account for. DeRozan, you have to take account for. I don't trust the Bulls as much as I do with this Heat. Plus, you have a Hall of Fame coach, Eric Spoelstra, who I think, when it comes to playoff time, he'll get his team ready to play efficiently in the playoffs. So I'm going to take the Heat, and I will take the Toronto Raptors. And then against I also pick Atlanta over who they playing? Atlanta over.
You have Miami.
Yeah. Okay.
Hawks,
Yeah.
Toronto beating the Bulls.
Right. So then
the Hawks beating Toronto
in the 8 seed matchup.
That's exactly what I had.
Yeah, and although here's where I think you picked the Hawks at number 8. I'm going Raptors. I'm going Raptors making the playoffs, and here's why.
So that is different.
It is different. Our 8 seeds are different. Trae Young, for another season, has averaged the most turnovers per game at 4.1. This season, he averaged a total of 300 turnovers. The next highest guy is on the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, at 259. A 41 turnover difference.
Wow.
It's ridiculous how many turnovers Trae Young does. Trae Young also basically got his head coach kicked out of the organization. I just don't think, and besides, now there's a report out that the Hawks the Hawks owner may greenlight a potential to trade away Trae Young. The Hawks seem like they're falling apart. So I'll take the Raptors here. I think that's where we'll see. I think that's where we'll see Siakam and Fred VanVleet, Scotty Barnes, OG step up. They're gonna beat the Hawks, the higher seed, and they're the 9 seed. Now they're moving into the 8 seed. They'll round out the bottom of the Eastern
you might
playoffs.
Be right.
I think it's going to be interesting to see. And then going to the West, I'll agree with you because of Rudy Gobert's suspension because he punched his teammate.
It's crazy.
Hey, when you get told shut the F up, you be, that's what's going to happen. You're going to throw a punch. So I'm going to take them to lose to the Lakers. Anthony Davis versus, I have it here. Anthony Davis versus the T-Wolves this season. He averages 38 points a game, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, and he shoots 56% from the floor. Like, he plays very, very well against the Timberwolves. LeBron, he's played 2 games. He averages 23 points and 8.5 boards. So LeBron and AD play very well. Plus, you got Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves, he's I forget what they call him. They call him like a mini Kobe, I believe. So you got Austin Reeves. You also have Malik Beasley. You got Rui Hachimura. You got Vanderbilt.
And you have the guy that they got,
D'Angelo Russell. So the Lakers actually are a very, very good team now. And we said they should make the play-in at least, and they have. Not only that, they're the 7th seed. They almost made it into the playoffs, which is even more impressive. So I'll take the Lakers to make it to the Lakers win, so they move to the 7th seed. And then in the 8th seed matchup, we got the Pelicans at the Thunder, and I agree with you. I think the Pelicans will win, and they will move up. Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum, even though CJ McCollum hasn't been as great as he was as a number 2 with Dame, he's still been more than efficient. And I got hate on this from my friends. Even without Zion, the Pelicans are still a pretty good team. Now, they were at the top of the NBA, at least in the Western Conference, when they had Zion. I mean, Zion plays out of this world when he plays, but he's never available. Brandon Ingram stepped up. CJ McCollum stepped up. The entire team stepped up. And yes, they're the 9 seed. They fell off. They still are competing for an NBA playoff spot. They're going to beat the Thunder, who I've actually held high regards for because of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's playing out of his mind. I believe he's averaging over 30 points a game. So I'll take the Pelicans to edge out the Thunder, move into the matchup versus the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's back. I'm taking the Timberwolves to win because I think just with the size, plus you have Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony Edwards right now could pace CJ McCollum. It's a question mark of can Rudy Gobert and can Cat slow down Brandon Ingram? They're going to need to step up on defense. And you even have Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson needs to play good defense, and he definitely has his moments where he could be a lockdown defender. I'll take the T-Wolves to make it into the 8th seed. So I got my 7 seeds, Heat, Lakers, 8 seeds, T-Wolves, and Raptors. That rounds out my NBA play-in tournament 7 and 8 seeds. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.